Christmas.
The snow's coming down.
Christmas.
I'm watching it fall.
Christmas.
Welcome to the Morning Ramble. I'm Matt.
I'm Eric.
And we had to switch the set back.
Yes, we did.
because Eric's wife told him he looked too fat.
I'm too fat for the set, so now I'm on a strict carnivore diet. I only eat small bunnies and rabid deer.
Rabid deer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yep. That's incredible.
Yep.
Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, let's talk about something. So sorry about last week. There's some sicknesses going around. Matt was sick.
Yeah, now his kids are sick.
My kids are sick, not from him, just from, who knows, life. And just busyness. So we're back. Thank you for watching our video. We're not sure why you're watching our videos, but we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
That's the spirit. So let's talk real quick, just to get it out of the way, and just so I can put it in the thumbnail. Baby Yoda, real quick. So that's really blown up. Like, even more so than 2 weeks ago when we talked about it. It's crazy.
Normally this is the point where a meme has already hit its peak and started dying down. But no, it's still going full force.
No, it's not. And you know what? Now Disney, and I'm seeing T-shirts are starting to come out, and everyone's rushing to make plush before their Christmas, and they're really expensive. Like on Amazon, I saw one T-shirt. It was like $40 for just a Baby Yoda T-shirt. And it was just a picture. But I saw this meme, and it says, baking hack, chop off angel head for a homemade Baby Yoda cookie cutter.
Actually, that's genius.
That's pretty demented, I feel, this time of year.
I mean, yeah, but...
Listen, if you're making angel cookies for Christmas and to celebrate the birth of Jesus, cut off the head of the angel, and you're going to get this adorable baby.
It's fine. It's fine. It's what Jesus would have wanted.
Gosh.
I'm sure of it. I mean, he's got to be happy.
Yeah.
Like looking down there and being like, yeah, Baby Yoda, all right.
Here's a picture of Baby Yoda eating a Happy Meal.
That's great.
With the man.
That makes me
all right,
happy.
that's the last one I'm showing. There's so many. I'm not
I love it.
But, yeah. So everyone's obsessed with that. Did you see the new Xbox was released?
I did see it. Okay, so for those of you not in the know, prototype images have been shown for the PS5. That's just prototypes.
Did you see
That's
the meme?
not finalized. Yes, I did. It's not finalized.
It looks finalized to me.
But like that's like a developer kit.
No, I know.
But the Xbox one, it's called the Xbox Series X,
which is a horrible name in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wish they would have just stuck with what they were calling. Was it Scarlet?
Xbox Project Scarlet, I think it was. Yeah.
I would have been happier if they just were like, hey,
you know what? Everyone
Scarlet,
hates on every.
whatever.
I think the only name that Xbox was come out that no one hated on was 360. Everyone thought that was really cool. Xbox One, a lot of people hated on that because it was just like, how did you go from 360 to one, and now we're going to just Series X, which I think a lot of people are just like saying that. Like, what? That's a dumb name because, I mean, you just had the Xbox
confusing.
Elite X. Or
yeah, the Xbox One S.
Oh, One S, X, whatever.
One S and then One X. Basically, it just looks like a PC. It looks like a tall...
It does. It looks like a tower.
Tower PC. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Which is going to mess up...
Sense.
It's going to mess up people's entertainment centers badly.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know where I'm going to put mine.
When it comes to the PS5, that design, which kind of looks like...
Yes. So the meme that I showed up, someone photoshopped. They made it look like a Dyson vacuum, which is funny. And everyone's giving it a lot of crap because it's very bulky and it's intricate. But honestly, if you think about it, the design's really cool because the fans are they're into the console, so you could stick it into a thin area on your entertainment center, and the fans will still be able to breathe and cool down. It's pretty much the opposite of the Xbox.
Yeah,
this one will fit excellent next to your other stuff.
I'm looking forward to what kind of games that will be announced with it.
Yeah.
Because the thing about console releases is the release games are generally pretty sparse. Like when the Switch came out, it was like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 games.
Yeah.
One of them being Breath of the Wild, which is what you needed.
You needed that to take off, yeah.
But
and then Mario Kart
still.
for, everyone else. Well, I don't know what's coming out with the PS5 because was it the PS4 they launched God of War, the latest one, or was it?
No, that was pretty in the life cycle of the system.
Maybe it was 3. I'm thinking of PS3 was launched with with one of the God of Wars. I just remember one of them was.
It might have been released.
I worked at Best Buy at the time.
It might have been released with like a God of War 3 remastered because God of War 3, or was it God of War 2 that it came out at the end of the PS2 life cycle?
I think it was 2.
But regardless.
Yeah. But anyway, the Xbox One is being released with, we already know, Halo Infinite. That's going to be released. It's going to be 4K. It's going to be for the Series X, the new one, or whatever they're calling it. And they're still going to make it available for Xbox One, obviously. So it really just depends how much. The difference in the game will probably just be the quality of the picture, but you need to have the right TV to show it. So if you don't have a 4K TV.
Which I don't.
Nope, I got a plasma. It heats my house. It's a dual.
Erica, could you just explain to the people real quick?
Don't do it.
What's the difference
Don't do it.
between an LCD and a plasma?
Oh, I thought you were, well, that's easy to describe. I thought you were saying LCD and an LED.
I decided to go a different route.
I'm not going to explain either. So that's not my job anymore.
Eric used to sell TVs, and he used to get these questions all the
LCD
time.
and LED was the most common, and it's just like... So... Yeah, that stuff. You got some sport news, don't you?
I do have some sport ball news.
The sports.
First, I'm just going to tell you this. We're going to go a different route. We'll get to the sports story in a second.
Okay.
Because I know that it's rare for me to come up with a sports story.
Okay. The anticipation
But
is
the
killing
first story that I've got for you today is male birth control testing stopped after men's testicles start exploding in India.
Well, that's terrifying.
The testing of male birth control involved 139 men under the age of 41 who were living with their wives and had at least 2 children each. They were given a single dose of the male birth control shot and then followed up by doctors for 6 months. Their wives were also monitored to find out if they became pregnant. Makes sense. 8 months later, 30 of the test subjects were rushed to the ER with bust testicles. They all claimed the testicles just popped like balloons, spilling semen fluid.
Can you stop? Can you just stop? Where was this shot given? Is the real question.
Basically, it was the same type of idea. I won't go any farther into it because the guys who are watching are cringing already.
I don't feel good.
But basically, it was the same kind of idea as the male birth control that started here in the U.S. testing.
Okay.
Where the guys were like, "Oh, my balls hurt." So basically, it was just a gel that would go into the vas deferens.
Okay.
And block semen. But apparently...
I feel like you don't need to be a doctor to think that would happen. Because... I don't want to explain it. Because there's a reason why the majority of married men get vasectomies, and it doesn't involve testicles exploding.
Good
and
point.
Blocking, that just sounds... Just the word. We're going to block them. What do you think's going to happen to what is going on in a male person's biology? Like, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, well, that...
Take a balloon and continue to fill it up with water.
That test
and don't
is finished.
And don't stop and see what happens. Like,
I mean, I don't know why they just didn't, like, give the guys Mountain Dew and see what happened.
I don't understand why this would even need to be developed.
What? Some people think condoms feel weird.
No, I'm just saying there's other... Is this something that could be reversed? Is that why they're doing it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, now I understand.
Yeah, it's a male birth control.
That isn't as permanent as
not
like
a
vasectomies and stuff. Okay.
Because it is possible that if you get a vasectomy, it's difficult to reverse.
Oh, yeah, of course. And
But
it's
if I get a vasectomy, I don't want it reversed.
Yeah, no.
All right, so now we're going to get on to the sports news.
Sports. Oh, that wasn't sports?
That wasn't sports. It did involve balls.
It did.
All right, so this one is about the MLB. So that stands for Mike Landis's baseball. It's Major League Baseball.
Oh, okay. I'm just like... You confused me. Oh, wait a minute. Is it not stand for Major League Baseball?
All right. So basically, the MLB and the Players Union agreed to opioid testing. Marijuana has been removed as drug of abuse. So MLB will start testing for opioids and cocaine, but only players who do not cooperate with their treatment plans will be subject to discipline. Marijuana will be removed from the list of drugs of abuse and will be treated the same as alcohol as part of the changes announced Thursday. This was last Thursday, to the joint drug agreement between MLB and the Players Association. Opioids are classified as a drug of abuse under the joint program, which began in late 2002 and until now has limited testing to performance-enhancing substances and banned stimulants. So basically, they used to only test for performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
Now they will also be testing for opioids.
Heroin, cocaine.
Heroin, cocaine, all that
What
shit.
professional baseball players are like, I need a lot of cocaine to play well?
It wouldn't shock me, man. So basically, the thing that a lot of people are talking about is the whole marijuana not being on the list, which makes sense to me because nobody's like, all right, well, I just smoked a bunch of pot. Guess I'll go play baseball.
Yeah, right. You're going to be the worst baseball player ever.
So basically what they are testing for is opioids, fentanyl, which is that's a terrifying drug.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, cocaine, and synthetic THC. They have the full word. I'm not going to say it. So basically, players who test positive on those will be referred to the treatment board established under the agreement.
Okay.
So that's basically it on that. I just thought it was very interesting.
It is, yeah.
That, one, they didn't have this testing before. That was a little weird to me.
Yeah.
So those guys could have just done all the blow they wanted and whatever.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're not really worried about that stuff because they're more focused on the things that are going to improve their game. I saw a meme. I don't have it, but I thought it was funny. Someone's just like, I kind of wish there was a sports league that just allowed any kind of steroids known to man just to see how far we could push ourselves as human beings.
Yeah, that'd be
guys living like
just,
a 35-year lifespan. Just,
they might not even make it that far.
Yeah. All right.
Don't do steroids, kids.
Or do. So 2 things are coming out this Friday I wanted to talk about real quick. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let's talk about the obvious one. Star Wars.
Mary Poppins
is back. Or that was last year.
That was last year.
That was last year. I have not seen it, nor am I going to.
Neither did I, but I did watch the original Mary Poppins for the first time ever.
Really? What'd you think?
It's okay.
Yeah, I remember watching it as I was a kid, and those dancing penguins is all I really remember.
That was pretty impressive for the time period. I liked it.
Oh, the animation for the time
great.
period was really good. But with Disney, Rise of Skywalker, the third one in the last trilogy, is coming out this Friday.
And apparently this will be the last one featuring Mark Hamill.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Who apparently died in the last movie, but was that even like verified?
I don't know.
Because I saw him slump over.
Yeah.
But it's not like there was like a...
I gotta be honest. So I'm watching all the Star Wars in chronological order, and I'll put up the order here. But so I've watched the 3 prequels, and then I watched Solo for the first time. That takes place 10 years after the third one.
All right.
Excellent movie. I don't know why it got a lot of crap. It was really good. And then Rogue One, which I never saw until this past week, that takes place literally the end of the movie is 2 seconds before the beginning of A New Hope. I didn't realize it was literally like shot for shot, the ship leaving, and then New Hope starts and the ship is going and they're so it was really neat how they did that. A New Hope, by the way, doesn't hold up. And like it's funny because it's the first one, but like it's just like, you know, it was 1977. So, but anyway,
I think story wise it holds up. Yeah. It's just watching the effects.
Exactly,
it's kind of like watching The Matrix now.
I love The Matrix.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
No, I know.
There's a lot of crappy CGI.
Yeah.
For today.
Well, that was the beginning of.
Yeah. At the time, it was amazing, and then.
Oh, you're blown
today,
away.
it's
That
just
was like. The Matrix laid the groundwork for a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason why I brought up that though is because the whole Mark Hamill like just kind of dying / not dying. I didn't. I've seen all the movies, but I didn't really connect the dots. That's kind of falls in line. I know everyone was given Ryan. Is it Johnson? I forget the director of The Last Jedi. They're giving him a lot of flack because they're just like, that's a stupid ending to end such an iconic character's story arc. But
that's exactly what happened to Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Yeah.
Both. Obi-Wan's just like, okay, I'm done fighting, and then he dies. And then Yoda's just like, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Like he just vanishes. So it's pretty in line with what has happened with some of the most iconic characters on the Jedi side of the Force. So I'm interested to see how.
I still didn't like the last one.
No, I'm gonna rewatch it. I have like I think a half hour left of the Return of the Jedi, and then I'm gonna watch The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi again.
And by the way, I'm not a Star Wars snob.
Yeah.
Like I've read some of the books. I do like Star Wars a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna be like, oh, this change this slightly and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I just care about good storytelling. And it
Yeah.
seemed like the last movie, what was that one called?
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi was...
No, there was a lot of stuff that made
There
me
was
mad
a lot. There
in
were a
it.
lot of characters that had a lot of potential that went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. Honestly, the prequels obviously get the most bad rep. I just rewatched them all. I like them. I don't care. I like all of them. It's all good. It's fine with me.
Right,
So.
but you forgot two Star Wars movies in your
Movies?
in your thing.
I don't think I forgot movies.
You did.
Which ones?
The Star Wars Holiday Special
Okay, no, stop.
and Ewoks Battle for Endor.
I'm not gonna watch either of them. I'm gonna pretend like they don't exist.
Just like Harrison Ford. He literally pretends that movie never existed. It is not easy to find, but if you want to cringe real hard and see Jefferson Starship play a song over what is essentially virtual pornography to a Wookiee, look it up. The Star Wars Holiday Special. Look it up.
Don't.
You will love
You're gonna
it.
ruin your Christmas. You're gonna ruin Christmas.
You'll love it. I guarantee it.
Also this Friday, which hasn't been talked about because obviously the buzz is Star Wars, The Witcher is coming out on Netflix, and I'm super pumped about it. Although there's some complaining going on. I don't know if you saw online.
No.
People are complaining that they didn't pick a more rugged actor to play. Is it Geralt, the main character, the Witcher?
Oh, bull.
So they're just like, they played it safe and got Henry Cavill. I'm like, Henry Cavill is an A-list actor who was Superman, and
He's super jacked.
he
looks great.
He looks
in the
great.
role.
I mean, is he not as rugged as the video game? Who cares? It's not based off the video game. It's based off the books, which the video game was also based off the book.
Based off the books, which are boring. There, I said it. I read them all. Don't at me.
Yeah.
But also, the video game is boring. Don't at me.
I really hope this is good though, because Netflix needs some ammunition to fight Disney Plus.
The video game's not boring. It's
Is it
actually
not?
pretty good.
I actually never played it. I was debating about getting it on
pretty good.
Xbox just to play the third one, just to play it.
It's a very good open world game. I did get bored of it after 30 hours or something.
Oh well,
But that was
don't we
after
all?
30
all
hours.
all games
Except for Skyrim. I never get bored of Skyrim.
except Halo.
Or Stardew Valley for me, apparently,
Yeah.
because I've got 90 some hours into that.
Yeah, I'm 25% into Halo Reach that we talked about 2 weeks ago that released.
Oh yeah,
The
that did come out.
remastered.
I think that
Looks
that
good.
Comes, I
It
think
looks
that comes
really-
to PC this Friday.
No, it's already on PC.
Is it?
It's already on PC because there was some complaining going on the PC side. There was a couple glitches that they're working out. But the remastered Halo Reach looks great on the Xbox and stuff. So
Nice.
all right. Do you want to talk about? We have. All right, you can go away if you're done. We're not talking about fun stuff anymore. Before we get into politics, do you want to talk about the UPS incident that we missed last week?
Yes, we did miss the UPS incident last week. If you're not familiar, Eric will break it down.
Basically, I don't know the whole thing, but the majority of it. So basically, some jewel robbers, they took some stuff from a local store, I guess. I don't know the store. They took a UPS man hostage and stole his truck. And they drove it down the one highway. And when they got to a traffic jam, they stopped. Now, apparently, it's important to note that they did fire rounds at the police at the store.
Right.
Okay. And then, I don't know if it's clear on who fired first on the street, but basically, I'm going to show a picture here. So here is where the truck is sitting, around civilian vehicles. It's sitting there. They do have a hostage. They already know they have guns. And then, as you can see, the police are running up behind civilian vehicles. Now, there is cars, patrol cars, right there, sitting there. And they're slowly creeping in the video. If I can get the video up, I will. And I'll show it here while I'm talking. They're hiding behind civilians, returning fire. I don't know how many rounds. I think it was over 20 officers returned fire, killing the two robbers, the hostage, and a 70-year-old man in passing, which is just insane. It was just a mess.
It's insane.
It's a complete mess, and it was disgusting to watch.
Disgusting, unacceptable.
The fact that you have police officers creeping behind civilian vehicles that are trying to get out away from gunfire, and they're just like hiding behind, people. That's your instinct.
Yeah, that's absolutely unacceptable.
Like, I'm not a trained officer, but even if I was going to take cover behind a car, my first instinct would be to open their door and say, "Get out and get down."
This is what a lot of my my military friends were saying.
Yeah.
They're like, we wouldn't do that.
No.
That's not how it works.
And if you have your car, and it's not like they walked there. There's cars behind all those civilian vehicles, but they stopped because it was dangerous. But apparently not too dangerous for the civilians that were just bystanders in this mess. And you could have pulled that car in and at least tried to shield some bullets from the other people. But I don't know who shot first. I don't know if the police just opened fired on them with the hostage in there. But it was just awful. And the defense of, I get it. But, you could get those stereotypical lines. Oh, their job's really hard. They're always in harm's way. Yada, yada, yada. They did fire first at the store. I don't care. You were taking cover behind other people that were, that you're supposed to protect.
Yeah, these are the people that we put at the apex of our community. They are there to protect and serve. Yeah. And they weren't protecting shit here.
Yeah. And, it's ridiculous. I saw the one, they're just like, oh, well, at least only 2 bystanders die. And it's like, no.
Those are unacceptable losses.
It's one thing if it was an accident, but we're pretty confident to say the hostage was killed by a police bullet, and so was the 70-year-old man that was driving by. So those robbers didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, it's unclear. No, it's not unclear. I saw the video. The one car, because you saw his car just coasted and hit a pole, and it was behind where the UPS truck was. So obviously it's not like they turned around and fired where police weren't. Those were bullets that the police fired. Just a mess. It could have been handled completely differently.
Definitely.
And it was if you follow us online, I was blown up about it, but
also, if you want to see us defend cops, you can go to some of the earlier podcasts, because we have before. Well, there are certain situations where it is difficult to say. In this particular situation, police were in the wrong.
I don't hate police. I'm not like people who are. I follow a lot of groups, and it's funny because like I see, like different memes. Where's the one here? That was pretty funny. If I can find it. Oh. Like the common term that people call people who would like defend police no matter what are bootlicker. You ever hear that term?
Right.
So, is this a lollipop? So it's funny to me, but it's not like we hate police. Of course not. It's just there are human beings, and they obviously make mistakes, and this was a catastrophic mistake. Right. And it was. I mean, imagine if you're sitting in your car with your family, and all of a sudden bullets are flying by, and you got officers pinned up against your back, like returning fire and using you as a cement barricade.
Yeah, you are the barricade. That not okay.
I would floor my car in reverse.
Yeah, at that point, if there's an officer behind me, I'm hitting him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, you are ridiculous. Anyway, let's talk about some candidates, some politics stuff, because we haven't talked about a lot. But a lot's happened
True.
now since a couple weeks have passed, and we haven't really talked about it. So the 19th coming up, I think, is the next Democratic debate.
Mm-hmm.
So far, 7 Democratic candidates have actually called they're going to boycott the December debate over a union strike. Did you see this?
No, I didn't see this.
So all 7 candidates that are scheduled to appear in next week's Democratic primary debate announced that they will intend to boycott the event in support of the unit here Local 11's ongoing labor dispute with host venue the Loyola Marymount University. So where the debate is supposed to be, I guess the people that work there, the union, is currently on strike for wages or something. So we'll see if there even will be a debate. My guess is there will be, but
it might just change venues.
Yeah.
Seems
it's Democrats just doing that. And then other news. So I think it's so far 10 candidates. So top Democratic candidates have petitioned the DNC to change the debate eligibility rules. Did you see this as well?
To raise them?
Nope, to lower them.
Bullshit.
So currently, out of the 7 people that are in there, it has been pointed out to me there is no one of color in the 7 people. So I think Pete Buttigieg pointed that out, and he said it's very disturbing. And I'm just like, I mean, you guys donate to your candidates, you know? So if you don't, I mean, Harris is out. We know that. So if you don't like Booker, I don't know. And I mean, Yang, though, is in there, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Unless they're not counting Asians.
That would be a strange oversight.
White.
But I can see it happening.
Yeah. But I think because now you have people like, it's just like Biden, Warren, Bloomberg. By the way, the people behind Bloomberg, it seems like he's starting to blow up. Like a lot of people like him. Can you tell me why? Can you help me out here?
I got nothing for you, man.
Other than his social viewpoints, he's like just a Republican. Like he's I mean Republican as in like what the left would call like he is a very wealthy white man. Like
yeah, I don't really get what people see in Bloomberg. I mean, I don't get what people see in quite a few politicians, but I'm still floored by the fact that Harris is not in the race anymore.
I know. I can't. And she said it was because of money issues. I felt like she was one of the more popular Democrats. That blew me away. You heard me calling it earlier. I'm like, I thought she was going to be one of the top 3 people.
Me too.
I don't understand. Not that I liked her that much, but she was very good on this debate stage. So I was very confused by that.
I mean, I was thinking that maybe there was some like talks, maybe with Warren's side.
Or like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people reached out, like Warren or Biden, and said, if they get the candidacy
running.
I don't think this is the last we see of her in this race.
I
think she'll be a vice president candidate. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Either that, or maybe like a secretary of state or something like that. Maybe
otherwise she's still a senator. She's still going to be in the.
It's not like she's not important, is what we're saying. We're just a little surprised that she backed out.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? I don't know. Do you know the Young Turks?
Yeah.
So Cenk, the main, that's his name, the main guy in the Young Turks, he is running for Congress in California. I don't know. I think the 11th district. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. And he likes Bernie. And Bernie Sanders has withdrawn his support for Cenk because of some misogynistic and sexist views he's said on his show or whatever. I'm not gonna go into Cenk's political views because I don't like the guy, but I find it very funny because if you watch him, I only watch clips of him, but he loves Bernie Sanders, and the fact that Bernie's like no is very humorous to me. And then this last week we had impeachment stuff.
Yes, there's peaches in the office or something.
Yeah, peaches. There's peaches in the office, and we have offices.
I hear that things are ripe or something.
Something happened. Well, orange.
All right. So what's that committee called?
So the House Judiciary Committee has been arguing this last week continuously. Even the one night, I think it was Thursday night, I saw online, they're just like, and there was a late start, so they're gonna be arguing until like into the middle of the, like in the early morning, like 1 a.m. they were talking in the House. It was a little insane. And then impeachment was like trending online. Everyone was talking about it. Oh, he's impeached. He's getting impeached. And I'm just like, they didn't even vote. I thought it was fun. I mean, now it does seem inevitable in the House, but still, I found it funny.
Yeah, people that think that somehow this thing's going to go all the way through past the Senate,
Yeah,
you're smoking something.
I love...
It's not happening.
No. Well, McConnell already said, so there's two... Oh, before I move away from the House. So the House, what has happened so far is the House has voted just Saturday, I think. They have just voted to send the impeachment inquiry to the House. So the committee has sent it to the House. They have not voted yet. I think they'll be voting this week. And then if that goes through, which it's looking like it will, I think only 2 Democrats have come out and said that they're not going to vote for it. I think 2 have. One Virginia congressman, and then I don't know the second one. And then in the beginning of the year, it's going to go to the Senate, and Pelosi will have to go and state the House's case. Republicans, if you don't know how this works, because if you don't know this or not, we actually haven't ever had the Senate vote on an impeachment inquiry. Only Clinton and I forget the other one.
Nixon.
No, Nixon never.
Oh, yeah, he stepped down.
He resigned as soon as it was even talked about.
What was the other one then?
It was not Andrew Jackson. Who was it?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It was too long ago. So no one has actually ever been fully impeached by the Senate and the House. So Pelosi will go and state her case. McConnell has 2 options. One, he could just dismiss it. He could. You only need a 51 vote majority, which there are 53 Republicans. They could just dismiss it, not hear the case, throw it out the door. He's not going to do that, though. He is going to probably do an acquittal, which will pretty much mean Pelosi will come, state the House's case, a representative from the White House will come, rebut it, and then they're just going to take a vote right then and there, and that's it. What's up?
What's a blinky icon in the middle?
What the hell? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't tell me.
Oh my god. Good.
We're fine. We're fine.
Good news.
Okay.
We found out what the blinky light was. It meant that our camera was about to run out of space.
But it also is the same icon used for this camera doesn't like SD cards, so when we enter them in, if we don't put them in just perfect, they don't connect, and which means we thought that the whole podcast
we spent about like 5 or 10 minutes just like, now what?
So we're good though, obviously, since you just watched us, but it was just going to be audio.
Yeah, that was spooky.
We can't copy our charisma.
No
and
way.
Our charm from the last half hour. That's a one-time deal.
Yeah, we're a one-trick pony.
That's
every
right.
week. Okay, we will be doing a podcast next week.
Why not? We got time. We will.
We will.
We will.
Be doing a
it will
podcast
be up
next week.
on Sunday instead of right now when you're watching this on Monday.
Yes. And it'll all work out well. Sorry if this audio is suddenly quieter than the rest
louder.
of the podcast.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I got this.
Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Have a day.
Day.
Good day.
Day you will have.